Hey, what's happening everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Behind the Sound, a show where we get to follow and know a little bit more the music creators behind all this music here at Epidemic. And I'm your host, Arnólfur, probably more commonly known as That Icelandic Guy. I'm a full-time content creator myself, creating content around photography and filmmaking here on YouTube. And today we are in Stockholm, and we're gonna meet some of the music creators for the very first time. I'm pretty excited because I don't know who I'm gonna meet, so yeah, let's do it. I've just been handed a couple of cards here, and on them we have the name of the artist that we're gonna meet as well as the location. So let's check it out. DAJANA Löf, an unpredictable kickboxer who lives in a barn and is stuck in a 70 groove. Alright, sounds pretty interesting. And although weak for ice cream and Netflix. Pretty sick. I'm definitely intrigued. Let's listen to the music too.
Cause you change your plans every day, and you don't seem to care what I think or how it affects me. Since I laid my eyes on you.
That's sick. Boom. Let's see where we meet this person. Meeting spot, countryside of Gnesta. It's in southern Stockholm. Let's go. Hey! Hello!
Hello there!
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you
How are
too.
you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. I heard that if I don't behave, you will give me one kickboxing right on the nose sink.
Yeah, you will get one punch, like, you're out.
Okay, I'll promise I'll behave. All right.
Great.
You ready for this?
Yeah,
All right.
totally.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Diana.
Hmm?
39 years old.
All right.
I live here on the countryside
Alright.
with my girlfriend.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Yeah, I'm an artist and music producer and songwriter.
Tell me a little bit about your story and your background and where you came from.
Well, I am adopted. I'm half Yugoslavian. I'm born in Serbia.
Yeah?
And I am half Nigerian.
Half Nigerian.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm a mix.
Right.
And but I'm adopted, so I have a Swedish family, white family. I was like an athletic girl, so I was into sports a lot. But then I stopped doing that because I felt it was too much pressure. And I really liked music, but I didn't dare to like sing or do anything. I just did that in my alone time, in my little child room. I sat at the piano. But then when I was about 17 years old, I jumped out of school. And then I applied for the music school instead. And so I came into music there. And then I jumped up. Of the school again. Yeah, because I came into a show, like a music show, like Idol, but in 2003. Yeah. So I just went from not doing music at all, really, and just jumped into that TV show and started singing. Yeah, so it's like, you know, people were watching. I was on television and I sang, and it went pretty good. Yeah. And after that, I was like 19 years old. I toured around Sweden and sang my songs there. And then I didn't know what to do really with music because I was kind of young and I came like from a small town, and my parents didn't know anything about the music industry or like the business in that, you know, so they couldn't help me really. So I was kind of lost, I think. Some people wanted me to do some like albums, but I didn't feel that the style, it was kind of, have you heard of dansbandsmusik?
So I'm not Swedish, but I know what's dansbandsmusik.
So like schlagermusik.
Now I definitely have.
It was like, and I was like, no, I felt like I was more cool in that in that age, but I didn't feel the music. And when I went into studios with other people, they try to make me like this R&B, like Aliyah or like that sound, and I was like, that's not me either. I stopped working with people and just started to write songs myself.
How would you describe your music style?
My music style is more contemporary soul and R&B, I call it. And that means that it has influences from a lot of different styles, like funk, soul, jazz, R&B, pop, reggae sometimes. but I'm still very like wide.
Why did you get into music? We kind of touched on that.
On my dad's side,
Yeah.
they are like jazz musicians.
All right.
So when I was little, my cousins had like a big white grand piano on mirrors. Like it was standing there, and I was always so fascinated when I, visited them. So I always sat there and, sang a little bit and just
All right.
So I think my interest started there really. And they always played on Christmas and then like, with the trumpets and, but then I hanged out with a lot of friends that sang a lot, but I was always in the background because I was kind of shy, and I still am. So I didn't sing, but I wanted to, but I sang alone in my room, like I told you, yeah. And I sang sad songs, really like ballads, like, I can't remember, yeah, sad ballad song. They had a competition in a church somewhere where I lived, and I went there and I played a song live there. And I think when I did that, that was my first performance. I felt like this is something I like.
How did that make you feel? Like, what is...
Good!
Do you remember?
Yeah, I have a photo upstairs. I can show you
Yeah,
my first performance. My best friend is sitting beside me like this because I was like, you have to be with me on stage. Yeah, and people liked it. I didn't win, but I came second, and I sang a ballad, a Swedish ballad, and it was made me feel good. Like people saw me and heard me.
How did you make music your career?
Well, like I told you before, first I started in this idol kind of thing called Pain Factory, and then I didn't know what to do, and I tried to work with some record labels, but in some way I think it was both me not knowing what I wanted to do, and also the fact like the industry is kind of rough and hard, and it's like about like really
elbowing your
yeah. I think I've heard people actually in the industry talk about that, especially in Stockholm as well, because it's so small and it's so many talented people. And I like sports, but when it comes to like arts and emotions, I don't like to compete. I felt like very like that it wasn't for me really. So I actually walked around few years and I just did some, wrote a song for a Eurovision contest, and I did small things like we're out rapping behind an rap star here in Sweden. I sang on her songs, and so I've been around like, but in the background. But then I came to a point in my life where I was like, I have this talent and I have this passion, and I don't like to work like this because I tried it, and it always made me feel like I'm not good enough, or I should do this to get here. And I've seen so many people do that, like they started here really pure and nice and interesting, and then they ended up here like so I heard a lot of good things about Epidemic Sound from some of my colleagues that felt like me in the music industry, and they was like, yeah, you should totally try them. I was like, I don't know. But then I actually, and this was like about 3-4 years that people told me I should like apply for Epidemic Sound, and then I did it because I felt like, well, I've heard so many good things about him, and I did it, and I came in, and since then I feel like music feels fun again.
There's a follow-up question here, like if you could go back in time, what would you do differently and why?
I think I would actually try to reach out to someone I trust a lot, like someone close to me, and have them help me in my career in some way. It's like hard when you're young and you believe in everything, and I was like, I also came into some situation that wasn't healthy, like for a young girl, because I didn't know how it worked, and I was like, is this the way? Like, so I got really scared of the music industry in the beginning. So I would definitely, like, if I'm going to, like, when I get older, even older, start something, I would actually help younger kids, like, to feel that they are secure, and like try to guide them through the industry and try to find themselves and really stay true to who you are, and to work with people that are, you know, good people, because there are many good people, but it's hard to see when it's so dark. You know.
Okay, so there are a few things I want to do. I want to see the barn.
Yeah.
Because I want to just see the vision, but first also want to see like where you make your music.
Yeah.
Can you show me?
Yeah, of course. I
Awesome.
can do that.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. This is where magic
Wow.
happens. So this is my little cute studio. Here's the photo I was talking about. Here's my best friend.
Can you show me some music or just play something?
So I can just pick different sounds from here, and then I create like a map with different sounds.
Uh-huh.
No, but so this is the place I was talking about, like to build.
A studio.
Yeah, like a studio, like a like creative space. Studio, like.
This would be awesome. This is
You know?
Yeah.
And I want to have like a big window so you can like see.
Where do you draw your inspiration from?
Oh, it's a lot. Like from everything, from the nature when it's quiet, and also I think the most of my inspiration I get when I meditate. I meditate every morning, like 20 minutes, and then just sit down with my thoughts and feelings, and that gives my brain some, I don't know, some space. But also when I like, you know, go to town and just see people and just hear stuff and just like I get inspiration from everything. Like from you right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you think it's weird to hear your own music on like YouTube videos or ads?
Yeah, I was like watching a relationship show, and then a guy was interviewed, and I heard my songs. Like, what? I was like, that's me. I was like, so in that. I was like, oh my god. Well, yeah, cool. It's weird.
Yeah.
But it's also a kick. It's kind of fun. I mean, whatever people use my music for, I'm just happy about it. That can bring joy to someone's life. You know, something I created up in the room. You know, it's crazy.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I would like to perform for you my next single, and here it comes. Baby, I wanna be good for you. You know that I wanna be good for you, I do. But sometimes I want what's bad for me. Sometimes I want what's bad, or can't you see? I'm just being me. I think you know that I care for you. I think you know that I care for you, I do. But sometimes I can't be there for me. Sometimes I can't be there, baby, can't you see? I'm just being weak. Sometimes we just collide and we keep on fighting, but we'll be okay, 'cause we got unconditional love. Sometimes we just fight and we keep on vibing. I know we'll be okay, 'cause we got unconditional love. Yeah. You wanna sing? Yeah. Unconditional love. Yeah. Oh yeah. Unconditional love. Yeah. Yeah. So that was it. Woo!